We live. We live. We live. You know what I mean? Miggity, Mike. I'm just BS. Waiting on some people to come in before I, speak my piece, give some game. Because y'all got the game fucked up. I got the game fucked up. Just installing some new software on the computer, you know what I'm saying? Getting ready to get this recording done. Got a couple projects on the way, you know what I mean? A couple songs on the way. So stay tuned. Just kind of sort of woke up, kind of getting to work, you know what I mean? But we're going to get it in regardless. But I'm actually gorgeous. Like, I'm actually gorgeous. Anyway, we about to get a game because it's I'm fed up. Like I'm just fed up with it. Like, you ever ask yourself like why you're doing something? You know what I mean? If we see the products of a system, why continue to advocate for the system? Now, granted, on the local level, yeah, you know what I mean? Vote for your politicians, do all that locally, because that's more important than, this national malarkey. But, like, seriously, why advocate for a system that's not built for you to succeed? Literally. The government don't care, dog. Like, listen, it's just super, I'm keeping 100. I ain't gonna get political because then they're gonna block the video. But listen, why work for a system that wasn't built for you to succeed? So I thought about this super duper cool metaphor like that. I think is just really interesting, even though there are some obvious differences between the two things that I'm comparing. It's just a really cool metaphor, right? I was thinking about the prison system, right? And just how that operates. You know what I mean? Obviously, we know of different things that go on within the prison system and, how people get there in the first place and etc. But the system itself is interesting to me. Like, how they say, the school to prison pipeline, right? That kind of started the basis of this. So, even when you talk about prisons, you got people in a particular place that cannot really move for a certain period of time. And of course, if you know anything about the prison industrial complex, they basically make the prisoners do certain jobs for literally nothing. Think about that for a second. My one viewer, I appreciate you coming in. Just think about that for a second. You literally have a group of people that cannot move from their particular location doing cheap labor or doing labor that is worth more than what they're being paid. Let's school to prison pipeline. Let's talk about that. Not even that, but the system itself. You have a group. Let's talk about America as a whole. So, fun fact, America is actually listed as a corporation. Look that up. I ain't want to sound like I'm talking on my ass. Like, actually look that up. America is literally listed as a corporation. According to the paperwork, it's a corporation. Facts. Facts. So, of course, in the prison system, you have identification numbers, right? You have ID numbers, you know what I mean? Where, each prisoner has their own code so that, and, with this number, they know who you are, what you did, where you are, etc. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but what is the real difference between the prison system and the system outside of the prison, i.e. the system that America has, besides, of course, how the people got there? Because, you know what I'm saying, people were born in America. You know what I'm saying? Like, you weren't born in a prison. Like, you know, there are people in prisons that have committed crimes and who have not committed crimes. That's a talk for a whole nother day. You know what I mean? But just besides those things, what is the difference in the systems? Let's flip it to America. You have a group of people that necessarily cannot move from their place doing labor that is worth more than what they're being paid. And the prison number aspect, we ain't got prison numbers, Nate. What are you talking about? What is your social security number? What is your birth certificate? There are pieces of identification that tell the corporation America who you are, where you are, how much you make, what you earn, etc., etc. Now, with the whole America is a corporation thing, what are you talking about, huh? We ain't no corporation. We're a country. So what is a corporation, right? Corporation is a business. Of course, everything is business in its own respect. But for the sake of this, we're talking about the operation of, like, you know, a physical business. So businesses sell products, goods, and services, right? Products, goods, services. Simple thing. So you're probably thinking, you know, what product, good, or service does America serve? What do we have? Well, if you remember correctly, one of the big things about, you know, the virus and all of that is America does not manufacture its own things. We outsource. We just spend the bread to go get it. So what precious resource does America have that other countries don't necessarily have, give or take the country? People. People are the most precious resource on this planet. Without people, you probably wouldn't be able to do what it is that you do. Oh, you could do it, but you wouldn't be able to, you know what I mean, necessarily sustain with it. Just again, depending upon what it is that you do. You probably could take care of yourself and express yourself, but then sharing that, a little difficult. My point being, like, you have to, awareness is key, and knowing is half the battle. So in order to fight the battle, win the war, you have to know what game you're playing. I always be saying game over and perception over everything, POE the gang and all of that. But there's more to that than you may realize. How you see it is how it affects you. If you don't see it, then you don't do anything about it. If you don't see the multiple facets of the system that you're in, you don't do anything about it. If you don't see a way out of your situation, you don't do anything about it. And these ain't no new concepts. You know what I mean? I was just telling my mans on Facebook, the truth can't be taught. It has to be realized. Why debate over the same master? Master? What? So, if we're going with this comparison between the prison system and the American government, the American system, right? You know, prisons have the warden's office. That's where everything goes down. That's where they, you know what I mean? They also have security guards, right? These Security guards keep the peace, if you will. Like if things happen inside the prison system, you know what I mean? The security guards are there to neutralize the situation, whatever that looks like. Yo, peace out. Shout out to the one viewer. So think about that. They have a place of operations. The prison system has a place of operations which is run by one person, which there's usually people behind that one person, you know, who fund them, etc., who fund the prison, whatever. And security guards that make sure to keep the peace. Let's flip the script. America has a place of operations which is run by other people. We can call this other people Congress. You can call them the legislation, whatever. You know what I mean? Congress, Supreme Court, etc., which are funded by other people, so on and so forth. And security guards, you can call them police, you can call it military, that neutralize situations on behalf of the people in charge, not of the people in the system, which, when you think about it, both places rarely care about the people in the system. They just care about the job being done or the purpose of the system itself. They don't care about the people there. Again, there's just some very uncanny similarities between the prison system and the American government, the American system, I'll say. I won't even just say the government, because the government would be like... Anyway, my point being, in order to want better, you have to see where you are. See where you are. See what is going on. Because if we do not, they're going to continue pulling the wool over our eyes. And ain't nobody got time for that. I don't have time for that. So I'm out here giving some game. I don't be saying nothing. I just be watching and observing. And I'm watching a whole lot of people continue to perpetuate the same stories and continue to perpetuate the same problems instead of looking for solutions. That's not everybody. Not everyone is like that. There are people out here looking for solutions and asking critical questions and seeing who does what, where, and why. Of course, I'm not going to put that on anybody. But there are others who are kind of skirting the issue either for the sake of expression, which ain't nothing wrong with expression. You know, express yourself however, whatever. I can't tell you how your life went, dog. Express yourself. But then there comes a point in time where we have to unite, band together, talk to one another about solutions. And although government offices can most definitely be a great start to that, especially locally, there are more things that have to be done with the people in the community, because the people put those particular local officials in office. We put them people in office. So who really has the power? The people that we put in the office, or the people who put him in the office? Again, something to think about. Unity of purpose is key. In reality, everybody wants the same shit. We all want a solid place to live. We all want some food on our back. We all want our people taken care of. And we want to live a happy and joyous life. Abundant life. Simple. The only difference is how we view that shit, because of what's been force-fed to us our entire lives. Other than that, all of it's the same, dog. We all want the same thing. So what is stopping us from coming together and building that ourselves. We have the resources, we have the people, we have the expertise, we have everything. Whether that's on more of a local community level, whether that's on an artistic level, whether that's a goods and service, like, we got it all. Literally, we have it. So what is stopping us from doing it? This idea that we need people to do things. We need certain people in government to fix our own neighborhoods. Dog, we can literally just make our own. We have social media, bro. Like, we can literally just make our own fundraiser, get the money together, and then we probably have a black-owned contractor we can get to build the shit. I have a black-owned contractor I can get to build our shit. And he has his own company, so he can literally just buy the materials and build whatever it is that we need. And he has 7, 8 crews. Like, who or what do we need to build anything? You just buy the land. Fill out the paperwork, boom, easy. But nah, we need to make sure, Biden, Kamala Harris with the fly, and dog, work through to build your own shit. Like, stop thinking you need someone else. That's probably the other reason why people ain't uniting yet, because they think they need an outside source to do what they already know how to do. You got the sauce. You got the juice, but you're looking for somebody else. I'm confused. I am confusion. Like, where are you going? Who are you looking? Why look for someone else to solve your problems? Even the concept of, and this is probably going to get me flamed, but Jesus, right? Jesus is coming back. Jesus is coming back. Like, yeah, the concept that he preached is coming back. The person, he dead. He dead. He ain't coming back. Well, not dead, but you know what I mean. He's no longer part of this particular plane of existence. But his ideas will always be around. Because every modality in the fucking world preaches the same concept. Supreme knowledge of self. And then spreading that amongst others. Because the shit's contagious. If you yourself, you're contagious. I don't know what else to tell you. So, I'm ranting at this point. But, like, man, I'm tired of seeing the same old shit. Like, stop. We complaining about all this other stuff. And like, oh, I wish this, or I wish that. Dog, you have the ideas. You probably got the people to go do it. So go do it. I'm not the one I'm not the organizer. You feel me? Like, one thing for sure, two things for certain. I can do things, to express my art and invite people to create their own stories. That's kind of the goal of POE, is to invite you to create your own story rather than being force-fed one. But I'm not the one to necessarily organize in the community. I'm not the one to, yo, let's go here, let's go here, let's go here. I can come up with some ideas, for sure. Like, I could definitely come up with some great ideas to help build and whatever. And I can express that. But to be the one organizing it, that's not me, dog. Like, I chop it up with you. I give you some game, stuff like that. But as far as organizing the people, that's not my job. That's not my job. Organizing the different things, like, that's not me. All I can do is encourage you to use the resources you have to do that. You know what I mean? Just some game, man. Yo, Ulysses, man. Hope you doing well, brother. Appreciate you tuning in, man. Just, a little morning rant, whatever. Like, I just work here, dog. Like, yeah, man. Like, we have everything we need. It's just about putting it to use and stop looking for others outside of the community to fix our problems. Like, at this point, there's no excuse, really. There's no excuse. Hell, we didn't need these people in power to even do what it is that we do now. So why will we need them in the future? Not to say we don't need like a particular structure foundation for not controlling the populace, but keeping certain things orderly. But other than that, dog, man, go build it. Go make it. Make it real. Alright, my rant's done, man. I didn't say what I need to say. Peace. Pee-wee the gang. Of course, I'm going to plug in everything because I got to. PerceptionOverEverything.com literally has books, music, holistic healing services. And I mean, many blessings to you, man. Much love, much love. Appreciate you tuning in. I'm literally on every platform known to man as Nate Jolley with an EY. Like, I'll let your boy, man. Peace.